What's up? What's up? YouTube finest in the house. And y'all chilling with What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I got a good message for y'all today. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long out here in these YouTube streets. But just got a little bit of motivation, a little bit of encouragement for you to help you along the way. Okay. Now, today's topic is I suffered, I learned, and I changed. I suffered, I learned, and I changed. So, when you think about that, basically what you're thinking for the most part is consequences, um, mistakes, learning from your mistakes. Hold on 1 second, I hear echo. Wait. All right, I'm back. All right, I'm back. Man, I forgot my Deer Park today. Only thing is, Deer Park with a little bit of flavor today. So we got Hawaii Punch and Deer Park mix, and that worked for me. Look, I'm reaching out today because, like I said, I I never, I always said that I'm the type of person that has, like, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I've made plenty of mistakes. Hey, I see somebody coming in. I made plenty of mistakes. And I'm not perfect at all. Hello, welcome. I made plenty of mistakes in my life. And like I said, my whole purpose on YouTube is to encourage, to motivate, to make you smile, and just to tell my story and hope that the things, my experiences, good and bad, can help you in some kind of way, can encourage you in some kind of way, because I've been through a lot for my age, a person my age. Like, I've been through a lot, and for me to be still here and standing is only because of the grace of God. Only. That's the only reason why I'm still here. That's the only reason why I haven't gave up and thrown in the towel, is because of God's grace. What's up? What's up? I see people coming in. What's going on? Yeah, but I'll shout y'all out. Let me see. No, I can't see the screen. So for anybody that's new, I'm visually impaired. So for things like this, like, I'm seeing y'all on the screen, but I can't see you. So I have to go to another source and be able to see you, or either my moderator let me know who's saying what, and I'll shout you out then that way. But I don't have my moderator. So today I'll look on here and I'll see the best way I can. And I see hi from, what's that? I can't pronounce your name. Something OW. What's up? What's up? We got Shaysha. What's up? How you doing? And Miss Meriwether. I know Miss Meriwether. How you doing? And welcome, everybody. Welcome. Now listen. Like I said, um, it's been some times in my life where I made the wrong choices on things. Like I made poor choices, poor decisions, and one thing I've learned about that, and I have done both. I have denied and lied about what I had done, and I have confessed and accepted responsibility for what I've done. And as far as lying about it, that's good old mom. Of course, mom called me every time when I'm about to go live on a video, and I tell her that I'm about to go live. Ah, Lord help her. But anyway, listen, I've learned, seriously, I've learned that it's so much better just to tell the truth about it. And my mom raised me that way, honestly. She raised me that way, even though at times I still did the opposite. She raised me that way. And the way I was raised is if you tell the truth, then you may not get that butt whooping. But if you lie about it and she find out that I lied about it, then those consequences was going to be severe. So a lot of times growing up, like I wouldn't lie about it. I just, for the most part, I stayed out of trouble because I didn't want no smoke. I didn't want no smoke from my mom. So I pretty much stayed out of trouble. Like I wasn't a trouble kid. It wasn't until I got away from home and I started getting into the street and I started, you know, hanging with people and stuff like that. Because when I was home, like my whole life was church, so it wasn't a whole lot to get into. But when you're in the streets and you experiencing new things for the first time, it's excitement and you trying to fit in with everybody else. You know, you wind up doing things that you usually would not have done. So I'm here today just to give some encouragement and hope that somebody can hear from me and learn from my mistakes. And like I said, the subject today was I suffered, I learned, and I changed. So in those situations that I've been through, where I ended up in trouble, or ended up in a situation where I had some explaining to do. Like I had to learn from that. I had to learn from that. Like I didn't want to keep my life going on and on, like just keep ending up in this same cycle over and over and over again. So I had to start learning some lessons about things. Just like, for example, after my first girlfriend, I I was hurt. I was really hurt. I was really hurt, and being with the fellas, I learned that the best way to get past hurt is to go in another direction with another female, which that don't work. That don't work. It's just temporarily. One, it's temporary relief. Two, you're anytime you in interacting with somebody, you're potentially bringing upon feelings. If not from you, or not through you, it could be the person that you're having that interaction with. So if you really not feeling them like that, and you actually going and having issues, having stuff going on with them, you finding that people gonna be hurt. People gonna be hurt because they're expecting for something different than what you expecting. So I found myself in that situation where I had a female that was, you know, we never discussed it, but I never knew that she really had strong feelings towards me. And you know, when I broke it off with her, when I actually found another girlfriend, and I decided, I'm gonna settle down or whatever, I kind of disconnected you know, from her and everybody. I just wanted to be that one woman. She was really, really hurt, even though the type of relationship we had was just meeting up. And that really made, man, I felt really terrible about that. I felt really, really bad about her reaction when I told her that, we're not going to be, hanging out like that anymore because, I have a girlfriend now, and, I'm moving on that way, man. She she cried, and I'm like, man, I said, I'll never do that again. I would never do that again, unless I'm pursuing a relationship with someone. Like, I would never just be having, meeting up with somebody and doing something like that because, man, I felt terrible. I felt terrible behind that. But anyway, the whole point is learning, learning these lessons. It's not even just as far as relationships, just anything, just little things like lying or just being a honest, just being a decent person. It's more beneficial to tell the truth. Now, if anybody on here that's ever uh, did something that they not proud of and they lied about it, like, you got to admit, like, you kind of feel bad, even if you got away with it. You kind of feel kind of bad that you did that, especially somebody that that thinks a lot of you, and you just lied to them. You know, like, you feel really bad. Like me, it took me some time. Well, it didn't take me no time because really, I really wasn't the type of person that to go around just trying to mess people up and trying to hurt people, anything like that. But um, and I always was the type to respect people. Like, I never wanted to disrespect people, even though it was a time where, I was calling myself being a little player or whatever like that. And, that changed after that one female, like I said. I didn't realize, that it was gonna be something that severe or, but I decided, like, I can't live like that. But um like I said, basically I really just want to help people to love each other better. Um, if it's somebody young, I want you to just grow and just to be a decent person. And that's not to say, like, some people is not going to think like you. Some people is just going to be, doing whatever, not caring about your feelings. And it may be times that you may be hurt, but I'm gonna tell you from personal experience, the consequences that come when you do stuff like that to people, it definitely will come back to you. And if it don't come back to you, when you get older and you start having kids, it will come back to your kids. So you don't never want to be running around here and just, hurting people, purposely hurting people, and disrespecting and just being mean. Like, I wouldn't advise nobody to do nothing like that. So I just wanted to talk on this. Just I didn't get no Bible verses or nothing like that out of. I usually, when I have these little talks like this, I usually get some verses from the Bible to go along with what I'm saying. I didn't do that today. Um, I really didn't prepare. I just right now I'm just speaking off the top of my head, which I usually do, but I like to have like a scripture or something to back up what I'm saying. But I'm just going to tell you, like, now we all know that we supposed to treat each other with kindness and love. We all know that off the top, and we know that that's one thing that God wants us to do. That's one thing that's in the Bible. Well, two things I should say, that's in the Bible. So we know that much. So if you can just go by that and just move forward and just be a decent human being, you know, loving and you treat people. They say treat people how you want to be treated. Now, that's not to say that just because you treating somebody how you want to be treated, that they're going to treat you back the same. Because it's always going to be somebody out here that just don't even care and just they're not worried about you, your feelings, or nothing like that. They just because hey, we living in a selfish world. We living in a world of me, me, me. That's the world we living in. A lot of people, the only thing they worried about and concerned about or care about is me, me, me. It's so much selfishness going on out here in the world, and it's sad. It's sad, like you know, even in the families, like once upon a time, like used to be a lot closer. Uh, of course, you had ups and downs or whatever like that, but families used to be like ride or die people, for each other. But you know, in some families, if you're lucky to have a family like that, believe me, you're very blessed because a lot of families just not on that anymore. They on some, you know, they not worried about you. They just trying to get what they trying to get. And if even if it means stepping on you to get to it, they gonna do it. So you just gotta be careful. Um, you know, you are gonna have people that's not trying to, live and do things the right way like you. But for yourself, um, if you want to live and be, if you want to truly be happy, if you want to truly be blessed by God, you can't run around here being evil and expect for God to rain down blessings on you. Like it's not going to work. You got to be able to, um, you got to do the right thing. You got to do the right thing. So I just encourage anybody, you know, I think back and like I said, I'm older now. Like when I was younger, like I really didn't consider none of this. But I remember a time where I found some money and my mentality was, oh shoot, I done hit the jackpot now. Yes, that's my blessing. And but now since I've been through the things that I've been through, and since I haven't lost money my own self, I lost money my own self, and knowing good and well, like I done lost my wallet, and knowing how I used to be, like if I found a wallet, like I ain't gonna mess with nobody credit cards or nothing, but if it was some money, that money was mine. That was the mentality that I had, not thinking about the karma, not thinking about, that could be somebody's rent, you know. Like I wasn't thinking along them lines, And looking back at it, like I feel terrible about it. I feel terrible about, the decisions that I made. So, and I'm thinking, and like I said, it's common with everything. It's common with everything. So if you are running around and you being dishonest like that, that's dishonest. If you run around and you being dishonest, like it might have profited you at that moment, but you're going to wind up being a have not for a minute, or you're going to lose something that's very valuable to you in the future. And I'm speaking from personal experience. Like like I said, and I'm throwing myself under the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like these is things that I've learned in my life, and I'm trying to pass it on. I'm trying to help somebody else out. And you know, I'm trying to be a better person myself, and I'm trying to encourage other people the same way. The same way I talk to my kids, the same way I get on here and I try to talk and I try to encourage people. Um, that's what I'm doing. Like I don't know everything. Let me just say this: I'm not no doctor. I'm not no psychiatrist. I'm not no guru or nothing like that. I ain't nobody big and special. I'm just a regular old person that's done been through some things. I've been through plenty of challenges, been through some ups and downs, some things that I brought on myself. I'm accepting responsibility for. But the difference is I'm putting it out there because I want somebody else to see this and say, well, dang, maybe I need to do things a little bit different. Maybe I need to be better in my decisions. Maybe I should treat uh, people a little bit better. Maybe I should love on my mom a little bit more than what I have. Appreciate. If you look at my stories, if you look at my YouTube channel, like I talk about everything. Like I've talked about being a mama's boy. I done talked about uh, being a, well, daddies and daughters. Like a lot of times, how fathers let their daughters just, you know, be get away with a lot more. Like I've talked about all of this type stuff, right? And uh, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot throughout. I learned a lot about myself. I've seen a lot of the karma that I put out in my youth, in my young years. I've seen some things come back to my kids and to myself. And I'm like, man, listen, I don't never want nobody to go down the road that I took. Like, I've had plenty of huge, huge opportunities. Huge, huge opportunities. Um, I didn't take and jump on these opportunities for a couple of reasons. One, out of fear. Two, just out of probably ignorance, like not even thinking about the future. Not calling myself stupid, but not thinking, not planning for the future. For example, uh, Netflix. When Netflix first came out, I had a big opportunity to invest in Netflix, and I didn't. And look at Netflix now. When in Baltimore, when I was younger, working in Baltimore, I had a big opportunity to invest in BG&E, which is Baltimore Gas and Electric, which is probably $1 billion company now. I blew that opportunity. And the one that's closest to me, the one that's closest to my heart, is uh, my very first great job that I had. I swear, I was never going to leave that job. The pay was good, the boss was good. Like I was learning so much. I became a supervisor. I was training other people. Like it was the perfect job. But I was wasting my money. I was buying and treating everybody. I wasn't saving nothing. I was just being straight reckless. And I was always putting things off. Like I have bills due next week and I get paid this week. Instead of me go ahead on and pay that bill, I say, well, I just wait until I get my next pay and I pay that bill. And it's not that I needed that money for something this week. I just wanted to party. I wanted to party with that money. I say, well, I'll have a free check, so I just use this one, and I go on and party and do this. See, I learned the hard way about that. When I finally did one, I wound up losing that job, and the reason that I lost the job is because the owner of the company passed away, and the golden opportunity that I had was his wife didn't know nothing about the company, but I knew everything. I knew all the ins and outs. I knew everything. And she knew that. So she came to me and offered me the opportunity to purchase the company. Guess what? I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no resources because I done messed everything up. Being reckless. So I missed out on that. I missed out on number one, keeping a job. Number two, a golden opportunity. Like the job wasn't doing nothing but moving up. Like it was growing. We started out with a 2-man crew, and by the time that company shut down, I had about 15 employees under me. Like it had grown that much and that fast. And that was only within a few years. But when the time came, I wasn't prepared. I didn't have nothing. Uh, I didn't really know nothing about credit and stuff like that around that time. I probably maybe could have went and applied, but then how am I applying for a loan? Well, yeah, I probably could have went and applied for a loan, but I didn't know nothing about that. So bam, I missed the opportunity, and she wound up just selling off everything, and that was it. But guess what? Let's rewind. Remember, I said that I was going to take my next pay and pay that bill. Guess what? It ain't no next pay because I ain't got no daggone job no more. So here I am, no job, no money. Then I got all these bills that's done piled up right here that I done put off. That was a hard lesson that I had to learn. Um, Holding out instead of going and taking care of things while you have the opportunity. Holding out and I'll get that later instead of going to take care of it now. And then later, if you have that extra money to go and have a little fun or whatever, you do it that way. You'll have it to do it. Or if you're not working that next week, you ain't worried about it because you paid your bills already this week. Like all your bills is paid. If you lose your job, your bills is paid. So time you scrounge around to try to find another job, you may have a week or so in the clear, to try to get some more income generating before you can, and you don't wind up in no trouble. So these is lessons that I learned. That's why I'm saying I suffered, I learned, and I changed. I had to suffer the consequences. I had to learn from it, and I had to change the way that I was doing things because the way that I was doing things was totally wrong, and was leaving me in a seriously like crazy situation, you know. And that's for the job, that's for the relationship, that's anything in life. Like Now, I'm not saying that doing the right thing is always the easiest thing to do. It's not. It's not always the easiest thing to do, but it's the right thing to do. And the rewards for doing the right thing will be a lot greater than the reward you're going to get for doing the wrong thing. You don't want that reward. It's them consequences. You don't want that. So I just encourage all of y'all just do your best. You know, try to be good to people. Try to be good to yourself. Um, and being good to yourself is just trying to live right. Listen. If you're young, never turn down information. Like, I know a lot of people look at older people, they get to talking, and I know some of them, they be talking and sound like they just talking all kind of mess. Listen to them. Listen, listen to them. You never know, that piece of information that they giving you could be information that could save your life, that can really help you, that can lead you in the right direction. And that's one thing I did do. I listened. Now, I ain't saying that I always did went along with the direction that they was trying to help me with, but I did take the time to listen. I listened. And when I didn't take the advice and I wound up falling on my butt, I thought back. I said, you know what? Mr. So and so told me about that. He told me that, and I didn't listen. So, guess what? That's where you have to learn, and that's where you have to change. You have to make changes to do better, but you don't keep making the same mistakes, keep making poor choices. So, um, that's all I wanted to say today. Like, really, I just wanted to get a chance to have a chat with y'all and just hopefully encourage somebody in a positive way. Like I said, I'm 53 years old, and I don't know everything. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but you know, all my life I've always been the type of person to want to help people. And the sad thing about it is some people know person, they just came, just give me more. And I just gave. And then when I fell, it was a ghost town. Everybody was gone. So you can't be no fool. You know what I mean? You can be a good person, but you don't have to be no fool about stuff. Like when you can tell when you feeling like somebody is taking advantage, somebody is using you. And see, that's where, excuse me, y'all, my nose feel like it's running. I learned I learned the word discernment uh, at 50, probably close to 50 years old. I heard it before, but I really never really look at it like that. But discernment, when you ask God for discernment, you basically asking God to open your eyes and open your ears and open your mind and let you be able to see people for who they are. Not just a smiling face. A smiling face, anybody can put a smiling face on, but that don't mean that they got good intentions by you. But when you ask God to give you discernment, when he give it to you can be around a person that's laughing and smiling and acting like they're your best friend, and you'll get a read from them that let you know what? Something about her just don't set right. Something ain't right about him. And when you start getting that feeling, you start realizing, you know what? And then eventually it'll show. And In my case, when I first discovered it and I first asked God for it, I started seeing the true colors coming from the person that I was had a little concern about. And when I started noticing that, I started I started separating myself. I started separating myself from them. And that's the thing. When people around you and they feel like they can use you and you catch on to what they're doing and you start to kind of separate yourself, they're going to be upset. They're going to be upset. But guess what? Sound like a personal problem. Listen, you got to do what's best for you. And if you feel like somebody is taking advantage of you, somebody trying to, use you, taking advantage of your kindness, it comes a time when you got to go in and separate yourself and going to, you know, listen. Somebody said, "Oh, I can do bad by myself." That goes for relationships. That goes for friendships. Like if somebody around you and they dragging you down, like why? Why? What's the sense of you keep having them hanging on to you? What's the sense in you keep hanging around them like they don't want nothing, like they taking advantage, they using, they never have nothing. You always got to pay for everything. Like you can be by yourself and just pay your own daggone way and be good. Like, and I've had people like that around me. Like they never got no money when it's time for anything, but they always the first one want to pick out where we gonna go. How the heck you picking out where we gonna go and you ain't got no money? But I was so nice. I was so nice, just treating everybody. And then soon as the word went out that I lost that good job, I ain't have nothing. It became a ghost town. I was like, yo, can I borrow $3 to hold me till I find another job? I'll let you know. Then you don't hear nothing from them no more. I was so silly, and I probably shouldn't call myself silly, but I'm going to say naive. I have taken my rent money and paid other people's rent. Taking my rent money to give to somebody else to pay their rent. But then I made it up. Like I said, I had a good job. I made it up. I paid my rent. But here's the thing. When I ran into that downfall, where was everybody? What happened when I needed money for my rent? I ain't got no job no more. I needed money for my rent. So you got to be smart about things. Listen, you got to be smart, and you got to start paying attention to the things that's going on around you, the people around you. Pay attention to. I've been in a situation where I've had uh, uh, 3 or 4 friends. I've learned this too. Friends don't come in bunches, but I had 3 or 4 friends, and every time I look up, 2 of these friends is always pss, 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 pss. They whispering to each other. Like, if all of us friends, why y'all two always got something to whisper? Why y'all so secretive over there? Like, what's up with that? But back in the day, like I ain't thinking nothing of it. But now I know better. So I ain't trying to be no bummer. Listen, I just want to encourage you. Just pay attention. Pay attention. Um, Try to do the right thing. Try to do the best that you can by people, but not to the point where you're allowing people to take advantage and play you for a fool, because people will do it. They will play you for a fool. As long as you keep putting yourself out there, they're gonna keep on doing what they're doing. So, you know, ask God for discernment. He help you choose the right friends. A true good friend is gonna be ride or die no matter what situation you in. A true good friend is gonna tell you if you wrong, if you talking about doing something, doing a wrong thing, doing something bad, a true friend gonna tell you, no man, or no girl, don't do that. They ain't gonna encourage you to do it. They ain't gonna encourage you to do something that's gonna put yourself in danger, put yourself in jail. Like, no. So just watch out for that, y'all. And just try to be good to each other. And once again, remember, whatever you go through, whatever suffering you go through, you learn from it and you change. Don't keep going back and doing the same thing over and over again. Because guess what? You're going to get the same results. You're going to get the same results. So just try to learn from your mistakes. When it's all said and done, that's what this is all about. Learn from your mistakes and just try to do the best you can to try to be a better person. And that's for anybody of any age. Do the best you can to try to be a good person and be the best that you can. Now I get it. You're gonna have some days where people are gonna try to push your buttons or whatever like that. Um, a lot of times they come when you feeling your best. The devil will send people your way to try to get you off of your joy. You could be having the best day ever, and here come the devil. So that's why you just gotta pray about it. You gotta pray for them, but don't let nobody get you tangled up in no nonsense, unnecessary. No he say she say stuff and all. She was talking about your family. She was talking about your sister. Listen, don't get caught up in that stuff. Listen, all of this stuff that's going on out here in the world, the last thing any of us need to be doing is getting in any more trouble. So, and I learned a long time ago, even though I still wind up learning things the hard way. Trouble is easy to get into, but it's hard to get out of. So, my advice: you see trouble, go the opposite direction. A lot of people, and I stayed out of a lot of stuff too. When fights going on, and a lot of people probably know. As soon as somebody hear about a fight, fight, everybody go running down to the scene. One goes. I learned a lesson about that early. When them people go run down to that fight, you going on, because I'm gonna tell you, and it never failed. And I had to learn a lesson because I did used to go run down there and want to go see. Whenever that fight don't go, especially in school, especially when you school age, whenever that fight don't go the way people wanted to go, somebody will try to pick another fight because they want to see a fight. So somebody may try to pick on you. They may try to stir something up with you, or try to provoke you to fight or whatever like that. So I learned when all that's going on, that commotion, and now as I got older, it got worse than that. Shoot, people start shooting. People start shooting. Now you done ran down there to see a fight. And nowadays, like, people ain't on no fighting stuff like that. Nowadays, they on some shooting. So you go running down there to go see what's going on, and then somebody get the bus and cabs. And of course, the innocent people is the ones that's affected, wind up affected. So you see trouble, go the opposite direction. That's my advice to you as far as that. You see trouble, go the opposite direction. Everybody running that way, you go that way. But anyway, that's all I got, y'all. Listen, stay encouraged, um, stay motivated, keep moving forward, try your best just to be a good, decent person. Make sure that whatever issues that you have, that you bring upon yourself, because we're going to make mistakes. Whatever mistakes, I'm gonna say that. Whatever mistake that you make in your life, make sure you learn from it and you change it. Don't keep going back doing the same thing. That go for uh, jobs, relationships, whatever it is. Being mean to your parents, whatever. Don't keep going back doing that. First of all, don't be mean to your parents at all, because I'm gonna tell you, uh, every time you disrespect your parent, you losing a day off your life. That's in the Bible. I'm gonna speak on that one day, but always try to be respectful to your parents. But otherwise, as far as anything else, like just try your best to be a decent person, and that's just encouragement. I ain't telling you what to do. I ain't the boss of nobody. I just want all of us to have love and respect for each other. And being as I'm an old school dude, I'm just trying to spit some knowledge and hope that I can be able to help somebody else out and encourage somebody else, and that you know we can have a better society. You know, and this is for everybody, anybody, man, woman. It don't matter what color you are. This is for all of us. We are all perfect in God's sight. He created us all. So we are all God's children. So this message is for everybody. You know. So anyway, that's all I got. But remember, always uh dang, it was something else I was gonna say. Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. My mind stopped for a minute because it was something that I wanted to say. Listen, y'all make sure y'all check out my 7 day challenges that I got going on. I got a little something for every day of the week that I'm going on, because my purpose is to try to get to know when I'm seeing. Yeah, my purpose and my plan is to try to get to know y'all and for y'all to get to know me. So I'm doing a little bit of everything. I got testimonies. I got um, what's that? What's Monday? Um, Memories. I'm giving you little memories. Workout on Wednesday. I think I'm gonna go live this Wednesday and do like a live workout. Getting a little bit of exercise in because I'm trying to get my muscle on, trying to get my strength and stuff back. I welcome all of y'all to come and join tomorrow. I usually just put a little clip up of the workouts or whatever, but I think I'm actually going to go live and just try to do some things and talk to y'all a little bit in between some working out and stuff like that. I might even, if I can figure out how to get it, I might even include TikTok in on it. If I can get my narrator to help me out, because I can't see the screen over there on TikTok to respond back to what people are saying. You know what? My girl keep putting these messages up here. Yeah. So make sure y'all come back and check me out. Check me out. Let me see. Thursday, we got Throwback Thursday. You know, I'm going back into my old record collection, old songs and stuff like that I grew up on that was special. I'm doing little like lip sync things with the songs. And Friday, I really didn't know what I was going to do this past Friday, so I was kind of I was kind of torn, but I'm a put together something. I'm gonna put together something real good for Friday, because it's Freestyle Friday, and I want to make sure that you know that we can have some fun. Whatever it is, we can have some fun. I'm trying to learn the ropes here on YouTube. I know like certain music you get flagged for. I already done had a couple of little alerts from YouTube about different music and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to kind of get the ropes of things. But I love to be able to play some music and just have fun with y'all. But I'll see how it go. But we gonna do something for Freestyle Friday, and then Saturday is what's Saturday? Saturday is simple. What is Saturday is simple Saturday. So it'll be something simple. I'll wind up doing. I'll probably post something, and then Sunday is saying something Sunday. So I'll get out some of my church songs that I love that I'll go on and put something to and put a video out or whatever like that. But um, depends as I go along. I may start to do like random lives throughout the week. You may not get that actual video of me singing a song. You may actually get a live video of me, singing a couple of songs or whatever like that, just to keep it interesting. Um, because I can sing a little bit. I can do a little something, something. So we'll see how I go. We'll see how I go. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that. So y'all make sure, please stay tuned. Please come back. I thank you for locking in. I thank you for watching my video today. And I just want y'all to know I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And that's all I got for real this time. But till the next time, love, peace, and blessings. All right? Peace out. I'll see y'all next one.